Introduction. The Modern-Day Pharisees, The Uncovering. 34 years in ministry, what you can learn from my experience. This audio recording, all rights reserved. No part of this recording may be reproduced, stored in any electronic system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, mechanical, copy, recording, or otherwise, without express written permission from the author. This introduction is being read by AI, artificial intelligence. To the readers of this book, I believe by the leading and the guiding of the Holy Spirit, I have been inspired to write this book. This book is not written in chronological order, so I encourage you to read the entire book before trying to judge the contents of it. Proverbs 18:13 says, "He that answereth a matter before he heareth it, it is foolish, and shame unto him." So first hear the conclusion of the whole matter, before trying to judge this book. I believe through this information, and the things that I will expose in this book, will help those that are in leadership position or future leaders to be better leaders. I will talk about, and discuss the narcissistic leader, which is a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves, one's physical appearance, selfish, vanity, a lack of empathy, and are very controlling. The narcissistic leader is in it solely for his or her own enrichment, it's all about themselves, and that is the modern-day Pharisees, the uncovering, which I will be discussing throughout this book. You will learn from my mistakes as well as others that has made mistakes, that we are not the only ones, and there will be others, but you don't have to make the same mistakes that we made. The only reason why I will expose and talk about the people and the things that I have experienced in ministry in this book, is to help you future leaders to be better leaders. This book is not what you are probably thinking of when it comes to the modern-day Pharisees, the uncovering. It is not a book about spiritual insight or law versus grace or doctrine. It's a book about my real-life experience to being in ministry for 34 years, and being able to identify and expose this present-day Pharisee. I call them the modern-day Pharisees, and it's all about the uncovering of their hidden sins, and how they hide in plain sight, and do their deals in secret, undercover. I will talk about, and discuss my experience of the leadership in 3 different churches that I was a member, and a leader in, while serving in the military. It is my intentions to expose what has been going on for years in the church and are still going on today, but undercover. There are very few that will stand up for what is right and will speak out against it, because of fear of retribution, from church leaders. It's amazing how church leaders can claim to be so righteous, and holy, but yet be so deep in hidden sin, and far from being obedient to what God has called them to do. This is the life of the modern-day Pharisees, to hide what they are doing but expose others. This book is about how the modern-day Pharisees operate in plain sight, working their deals, being man-pleasers to each other and doing their deals and stealing from the church. My intent of writing this book is to identify and to expose what some religious leaders has been doing, and some still doing, and in some cases illegal, and they are doing it in the name of the Lord. This book is about the uncovering of the modern-day Pharisees, what they do in secret, and what you can learn from my experience of being in ministry for 34 years. Based on my eyewitness account of these things that has been going on by leaders in the church, I have written them just as I have seen, heard, and experienced them, but they are not in chronological order. In Matthew the 23rd chapter, Jesus called the scribes and Pharisees, fools and blind, hypocrites. Jesus chastised them because of their self-righteous attitude, and the way they lived and how they judged and treated others. At the conclusion of this book, I believe that the information that has been presented throughout this book will have revealed and uncovered the modern-day Pharisee in this day and time. I believe you will be able to identify the modern-day Pharisee that is operating in the churches today.